Welcome everyone, this is Pine Leaf Needles, and I was going along down the Brandywine when I found this old man who apparently was a stowaway on the ship that wrecked here recently. Hoy there, friend! The man winces as he speaks. I should have known better, and not done what I've done. He manages a weak smile through his pain. Alas, the call of the waves and the way of the water made me a fool, it seemed, for the last time. Could you spare a moment for a stranger to hear the tale of his life, so that someone might know of me, and so that I may not end up as some corpse washed ashore the mighty Brandywine? All right. What's your story? Call me Falnavar. In my youth, long ago now, I had no love for land or leisure. I was a tough and brutish lad who spent more time with ruffians than I ought. Minas Tirith, while only a league or so away from my home in Losenach, was a place of waste in my eyes. The steward saw fit to keep up his city while the outer lands fell to ruin and despair. There was no escape for a boy like myself who was not of the water. He looks at the river nearby. Go on. Apologies. I was always taken by the flow of water, and the river of Eroe provided me the only measure of joy that I knew in my youth. My friends and I would build rafts from the driftwood of barrels and tumble down the waters towards the mighty Anduin. It was harmless fun. We would make a trip, steal a ride on a cart heading back toward Losnark, or just steal a horse outright and sell it to the farrier who would sell it again. A scoundrel I was, in a crowd of others of like minds and desires, to leave the land and sail the sea beneath the stars above. Okay? Yes, I am seeing it all clearly now. I do not want to miss a thing. He closes his eyes for a moment and then speaks hoarsely. Near my 15th summer, I decided that I would travel away from Losenach. My mother and father protested, of course. They desired that I remain in our home tilling soil for the magistrate who ran our village from afar. I didn't care for the nobles. What had they offered me and mine? But the people. The people who grew crops, made swords, and kept the promise of tomorrow alive. I cared for them. Paradox of beliefs, my father would say. I left my humble hamlet and found another, not far to the south, where I worked under the employ of a farrier, a smith, a tailor. I was searching for my place, you see. I did not find it while I tended fields or hammering iron. I didn't find it in a careful study or stitching cloth. It was only when I looked heavenward, towards the stars, and heard the waters in my heart saying, was I free. There is a tale of sailors long ago settled in the lands of Gondor. I know little of the truth of those tales, but I know that I was born with a sailor's heart, and that is where my tale truly begins. Ooh. That's just a prologue? Stowaway 1 and ignoble beginning. It was in a small tavern. Mission 1, a life at sea. Another night of libations is to clear the dirt from our throats. This life, my friend, is lacking. How I yearn for something beyond the dust of the road or the fires of a smith shop. Where's adventure and wonder? He paused, looking sullen. Youth is wasted on wonder, when in our most fruitful years we are tied to the land, then to a partner, and then to children. What nonsense! That life is not for me. I want more. I want wonder. I want every day to be forego the rote mechanics of life, to be new and inspiring. I want to never know what lay to the other side of the horizon. Alas, I am but me, and you are but you, and we together were merely laborers with only a few coppers between us to seek our wonder at the bottom of a mug. Come, let's enjoy the night before I grow too grim. Oh, what's this? A recruitment poster? Well, let's see what's on here. Gondor expects, and Gondor must not, and will not be disappointed. Recruits wanted to serve on the seas against the threat out of the south. Pay, food, glory, and honor await those who would serve the people of Gondor. Make your mark at the Ninglor in Pelagir Harbor. All right. Well, what do you say about that? Well, the fact that he's called the Mariner means that he must in some ways think about going out to sea. For the people of Gondor, yes, I see the merit of that. But our stewards are degenerate and never have the safety of Minas Tirith. When was it that they set foot outside of that white city? He scoffs and looks towards the bar. The innkeeper must have known of our arrival. Come, my friend, let us toast to our lives, and they are as they are and ever shall be. Okay. Maybe I'm too hasty to dismiss that offer. After all, there is something in serving the people of Gondor and not the corrupt leaders who reach out into our pockets for coin to extract the price in blood. Is it then that I hear the strength would be wasted on not on hoisting sails, but on spreading pitch in patches and leaks? Would we perhaps learn better the skills of a swordsman, so that we were not skewered by the blades of some corsair? Or would we be sacrificed in early battle if our captain could gain the advantage and keep our coin? I fear that I would be under the heel of some terrible captain who wants only glory and not the thing that they try to sell upon that post. Listen to the ramble. I am sorry, friend. I fear that I am in a grim state this night. Let us lighten the mood. I toast our kinship, and to friends who travel the road that rises to meet us in our journey. All right, so I need to drink with the Mariner. Bottoms up. The sound of plunderers echoed in the tavern. The flagons were not meant for us, after all. We best be prepared to draw weapons, friend. They are from Umbar, and the very corsairs that threaten Gondor. All right, so we need to defeat 6 corsair cutthroats. Whoopsie-daisy. It came from that way. One cutthroat down. Oops. Okay, a couple of others. There you go. Oh, hello there. You fight well. You should consider joining my crew. You just saw firsthand the menace that Umar presents, come down to the harbor in the morrow and speak with me. Ooh. Well then, a personal recruitment from the captain. I didn't expect any of this tonight, my friend. Perhaps, come in the morning, I may visit the ship and speak with the captain. I've never been so exhilarated. All right. Well then, what do we do now? So, did you sign up? When morning came, I stood in front of the captain and pledged an oath to serve Gondor and the steward Denethor, who sat upon our king's stead. He manages to smile, remembering his long distant honor. I left my life on the land with nothing but my haversack, the clothes on my back, and a sword worn thin from much sharpening too many times. Now for Chapter 2, the first tour. It was on my first tour at Pelargir when we met Yarrick for the first time. Our ship was moored in the dockyard after a short trip into the Bay of Belfalas. While we supped at the barracks, the corsair ship crept up into the river and dropped the raiders into the western part of the city. They intended to capture and enslave the populace. They didn't expect to encounter us. Being defenders of Gondor, we pressed ourselves into action. Alright, so looks like we have an attack on Pelargir. The harbor at Pelargir, I guess. It appears I need to save some townspeople from Corsair. And speaking of Corsairs, and that is Scavenger. I guess we could sweep around in this direction and see if there are any townsfolk in the area that need saving. Actually, there's one up in this way. I can see the quest ring. Hey, you guys. Yeah, don't ignore me. I have some shocking news for you. There you go. Alright, that's one down. Amazing that it's discriminate enough to not knock down the citizen that I'm trying to save. Okay, let's see. Okay, that is 2 saved. I think I need to. Actually, let's try. Oh yeah, I think there's there's another one right here. I think there are 6 of them, but we will find out in a moment. Thank you. I thought my story would end here. Alright, that's 3. And number 4 is well hidden. I mean, that is 4 down. Any on this side, or is this blocked off? Is that a quest ring? Yes, that is a quest ring. Alright. But it's also a pair of Corsairs. Of course, we also have a couple of Corsairs here, trying to threaten whatever they're trying to do with the citizens they captured. And that is number 5. How about we do that? And that is number 6. Now return to the captain. Oh, this way. So let's kill several corsairs and rescue 6 citizens. I managed to deal with some of them. We will not let these dogs approach our shores any longer. We will hunt them down on the sea and scuttle their ships. Ooh, he is determined. So what happened after the raid? In that battle against Yarech, we knew that we would lose. He shakes his head, as if it's still in disbelief. I am still unsure why they fled that night, yet they did, and that spurred the captain to scour the seas for years to come. So chapter 3, The Turning Tide. Our patrols on the water took us deep into the Bay of Belfalis, sometimes into the Great Sea. We never ventured far enough south to threaten Umbar, but the corsairs from the south would trespass into Gondorian waters often. He stares beyond you into the sky. Once we spied a ship moored off the coast of Taufalas, with its sails drawn down. We recognized it from the once as Yarech's ship. Our captain set us to the task as we made our way to intercept the corsair crew on the island. So what did we do? Let's see about the turning tide. We cornered them. It's a bit of a chilly day, though the snow isn't sticking. I guess that's probably because we're so close to Dol Amroth. Well, what do you say, Captain? Keep your courage, Finestone. We have the enemy where we want them. Along the shore are the launches. If we move swiftly, we could strand them here and send word back to the capital that there's a crew of corsairs stuck on Tolfalas. Make your way along the shore and scuttle their launches that you find. I'll be here and await your return. It's not like it's that huge of a swim to other shores, but alright. Let's burn the launches. One launch down. 2 launch down. The other side. Three launches down. And finally, 4 launches down. Wait. You're telling me that 3 ships worth of corsairs needed only 4 launches? They must have been quite crowded. Now, let's see. I need to defeat 24 corsairs plus Yarech. So let's head on down this way and try to find corsairs in bunches of 4, apparently. There you go. Oh, one's still alive. All right. That'll keep things going. That's right. Yeah, you could shoot the little stone thing there. You can shoot the little green stone thing there while I deal with you. Alright, that is 2 sets down. Well, we need 24, so that means, well, I think there were 1 or 2 of them that have only 3 of them in there. So we may need more than 6 sets. So probably 7 sets in all. Alright, that's halfway there. Crewmates defeated. That's probably a poor way of wording it. I mean, I would say Corsairs defeated might be better because the name crewmates defeated makes it sound like number of my crewmates that were defeated, which is definitely not what they intended, I hope. And you go down. Oh, hold on. There's another one back here, right? No, you're not running away. Alright, that is 16. Oh, there's somebody up here. Alright. Well. Alright. This one has only 3 in it. Alright. Okay, that is 19. So I need one more set of 4 plus one wandering around somewhere, I guess. Hold on, we got some down here. They're all in a nice... Hey, let's give you a campfire to look at. Okay, it's more of a stone, but... I'm sure they'll all love it. And there you go. Just one more. Up near the ship. Look at this. We're saying, how are we stranding them? I mean, look how close. Oh, actually, that's a moving Gondorian ship, not a Corsair ship. Never mind. There you go. Okay, so that's what we need from the point of view of finishing up this. Now, I didn't find Yarrick, but it tells me to return to where he landed. I think after that, the Corsairs will need 1 fewer ship than they currently have. They were too numerous, Pinestone. The captain looked out to the longboat, retreating towards the Corsair ship. There will be time for redemption. There will be time for vengeance. So did you get vengeance, I wonder? We thought that we had them. We did. But the cunning Corsairs used weapons that we'd never seen to shatter the shore and cover their escape in our longboats. The dark look spread across Palavar's face. The captain was vexed and vowed to bring the Corsair marauder to justice. Alright, so the Corsairs stole our longboat. Well, I suppose if you destroy their launches, they saw no reason to respect our longboats. So, what happened then? And what did they do for revenge? Perhaps we'll find that out in the next episode of The Old Man on the Shore.